What's up, Stat Collectors? It's your boy Hstats back again with the hit or mess. And of course, today I got the PCS Street Fighter Vega collectible statue. And guys, unfortunately, I have to say, this one actually is a mess. And I'll tell you why in a few seconds. This one actually broke my heart. And what I mean, it broke my heart, I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, and I've been playing the game for years. And when I saw Vega, who is one of my favorite characters, and the reason why I chose him over Ken and Ryu and all the other characters that I like playing with is because at that time this was like, I think, the only one that they were basically making as a scope. I thought it was a really cool piece, but it broke my heart. So let's take them out the box and I'll explain. Okay, so here it is. Now I know first appearance, you guys at home might be saying, what's wrong with it? You know, everything. So when I first got the Vega PCS, and by the way, this is number 109 out of 375. So actually, there's only 375 of these in the entire world, which is cool, you know. And that's what I like about the exclusiveness of that limit. So with this one, the color is great. Looks like the character. Comes with two head pieces, which I'll show you, and two arms. So at that time when I got this one, it was more like impulse ordering. When it arrived, the first thing that I noticed was that one of the claws was basically broken. And you can't tell now because I have glued this thing like maybe like multiple times back, because it just killed me when this came broken. And I didn't know at the time that I could call up the company and basically have it replaced. So that's one. Then just to give you guys a quick turnaround so you can see like the entire statue, let's see if you can notice anything. And I can tell you right away, I know what's wrong with this, and I'll stop here. First thing that also happened was that the belt piece, you know, as soon as I took it out the box, this piece is extremely fragile, and here is the other piece that basically continuously snaps off, and I'm constantly gluing it back to where it's losing the basically the paint. And I don't want to spend a couple of dollars to get someone that can basically put this back together. It's just not worth it. So that's one of it. And then another thing is too, is that what I later found out is that when you love playing video games and you buy like any scope pieces to your favorite scope, the video game scopes, they lose their value, they depreciate. So you have to be careful. I wouldn't want to basically put this up and sell it to any one of you guys or anyone in the world, because that would just be, in my opinion, considered a crime. I mean, why would I send something that is so awful or make someone pay for it? I wouldn't even put it up. Even if you loved it and say, hey, I'll buy it off for you, we would have to sign a few documents before I release this to you. Let's turn this back around. And then, not to completely dog this character out or this scope, the base is the base is really cool. I like the snake aspects. I like the design. I like the fact that you see like his mask on, and that's what really does it. I mean, it's the art part of it is really great. Now here's another thing where you may have not noticed his head. This here is extremely, oh my goodness, extremely fragile. This has snapped like probably just by holding it, and I'm holding it gentle now. What's holding it together is basically Gorilla Glue. And I wish they would have made this a little bit more, I guess, hard or pause. A little bit more I guess, quality base where it wasn't so fragile. And I'll show you guys what he looks like with the mass piece, which had broken as well. So you have to be really careful with this one. Let's put them on. And that's the Vega that usually I played with. And then the alternate hand piece, there it is the mass. And when I got this, why is this not holding up? Oh, I'm sorry. This goes on this hand. Sorry about that, guys. Been a while since I've taken it out of the box. There we go. Where he's holding his mask. Let's put this claw back on. This just been in the box collecting dust. So that's really, when I first saw the pictures to it, I was like, okay, this is really cool. Looks like Vega. He has the mask on, and that's how I had him displayed before the breakage started to happen. And they do give you a nice, you know, art scale piece that's signed by the artist over here. But at the end of the day, I couldn't sell this, and so now it's stuck with me forever, which is really not a big deal. But that's my advice to you guys. I mean, like, really do your homework. Understand that, you know, when you love video games as much as I do, and you have favorite characters, depending on the manufacturer, depending on the quality, do your homework, because usually you're going to get stuck with a statue that you cannot sell. Expert statue collectors are not going to buy this from you. And if they do, it's going to not be the amount of money that you paid for it. And you're going to be stuck with it. So think twice when you go to buy like a video game scope. You have a couple of manufacturers out there now, a couple of companies that are really engaging into high quality detail scopes. And the brands are out. You can do your homework. I'll give you guys a few clues. I mean, you got like Prime One, which these guys do an amazing job. I wish they were out a few years back when I started collecting. XM Studios, they just killed it with everything. I mean, they just go into depth. The art, it's a little bit difficult ordering directly from them, but usually I go through a distributor, which sometimes you pay a lot of money on the shipping, but there are distributors in the US that will work with you when it comes to you know, the shipping costs. So I mean, I did another thing too, like I said, with this particular PCS scope, it's like I don't know, I mean, it's just one that I wish I never bought, and now that I'm stuck with it, it will go somewhere in my collection. I'm not sure where I would place like any of my favorite video game characters in my collection, or will I buy any. There are a few now out on pre-order, but you want to think twice. You know, again, video game statues, they depreciate, they lose their value, and most of the times people are not going to want to pay for what you bought. So with that said, unfortunately, I have to say this one is a hot mess. And, you know, hey, these are the pros and cons of collecting statues. So this one right here was definitely a loss for me. I'll give you guys a little rotation so you can just see what it looks like. Do I hate it overall? No, but I just wish the quality on this would have been made a lot better. But it's just one that, hey, you know, I can't even throw this in the trash can if I wanted to, because hey, I spent money for it. But you know, it is what it is. So with that said, you know, I want you guys to just basically think twice, you know, when you go to buy like video game statues of your favorite characters. And that's basically it. So if you guys basically like that review that I gave you today, just hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button. I have a lot more to share with you guys. I want you guys to really, you know, enjoy what you're doing, enjoy this hobby. I can tell you, you know, it's basically the best hobby, one of the best hobbies in the world. I mean, if you love it, I'm just here to make sure that you guys are basically, you you're educated and knowing how to go about statue collecting, because this is an expensive hobby. I'm not here to like criticize any of the manufacturers, but I just wish that they can look into these things, because this is an audience and we love this hobby. I mean, this is something that I'm probably going to do for as long as I can. So with that said, you know, I want you guys to keep your stats up, but I can't play my beat for this one, and I'm going to have to blow out the candles. All right? 1.